Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sorrowful here, and this is actually the very last video that will be uploaded as SorrowfulMemory here on the channel. I'll be explaining this in detail, but for those of you who don't care to hear it, there will be a TLDW pinned to the top of the comment section, and I thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I created this channel back in 2010 when I was a 14-year-old kid with the purpose of simply showing the internet what different bosses existed in each area of a game called MapleStory. I'm not kidding, I'll have one of my earliest videos linked in the description so you guys can see what I mean, but what started out as a curious flicker turned into something more of a burning passion. Does anyone remember how ham I went during the MapleStory Red update? I was uploading multiple videos a day, daily, while still creating random and creative videos like my Maple News talk show, which unfortunately underperformed, leading to me cutting the series pretty early. Again, for anything that I mentioned in this video, the links will be in the description if you guys want to go down memory lane yourselves and kind of see what I'm talking about throughout the video. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I was truly just passionate about two things: MapleStory and creating content for YouTube. I always tried to be one of the best MapleStory channels out there, and to this day I still think I did alright, which leads us to the present. Ever since the beginning, I was never really fond of the name SorrowfulMemory. I mean, yeah, I rocked it for the longest time, and it's the name we used to be familiar with, but I feel that now is the perfect time for change. Hear me out. My upload consistency has been god-awful for the past several years, meaning most of my viewers probably don't even remember anything about me or SorrowfulMemory. Other than the Godly Six. But pair this with me wanting a change of direction for the channel, and you have the perfect recipe for a do-over. Now, before we keep moving forward, I need to make it clear that I'm okay. This isn't some identity crisis, nor am I depressed or on any drugs. This isn't even an overnight decision by any means. So for the one person out there who would have felt worried, please do not be. Your boy is out here chilling. This change comes from a lot of factors. My friends, surely we've all gotten just a little bit older since we last spoke. Heck, some of you might have even grown up with or alongside me. And if that's the case, then cheers to that. But my point is that MapleStory doesn't do exactly what it used to for me. These days, while I still do play MapleStory, I much prefer trying out and playing a variety of games, especially with my friends. Not only that, but I've looked into game development quite a lot and have full intentions of someday finishing the game that I've already started creating. In other words, the content that I plan to upload to the channel moving forward is going to be variety gaming content of whichever game tickles my creative fancy at that time, along with future game dev vlogs where I share my journey of the creation of my game with you guys. Having said this, I think it's important that I acknowledge that most of you will want to unsubscribe from my channel moving forward, and guys, that is more than okay, because of course, while I would absolutely love for every single one of you guys to stay and continue to ride with me, I'd be an absolute hypocrite if that were my actual expectations. I'm not an idiot, alright, I've done the same thing. You guys have come here time and time again for mainly one thing, and that's dope MapleStory content. So it only makes sense to no longer be interested in the channel and my community if MapleStory is no longer going to be the main focus. It's at this point, however, that I'd like to thank the hell out of any of you who will be parting ways with the channel. Thank you for every comment that you've made, every video that you've watched, and honestly for every moment of your time that you chose to use on me over the past however long. It's thanks to you guys, my viewers, after all, for helping fuel this passion of mine, allowing me to focus on something positive while growing up. So honestly, thank you. But Sorrowful, why rebrand and not just create a new channel? Well, to be frank, I have created several other channels since I stopped uploading MapleStory videos. And honestly, some have done well and others haven't. However, I would much rather utilize this platform that I've built over the years in some way, shape, or form than to up and abandon all the hard work that I've put in and done here on this channel. We're talking about 700 plus uploads, not to mention that this channel was my everything growing up and for a really long time afterwards. Think of all the comments I read over the years, good and bad, the friends I've made and lost through the channel, the silly drama that would every so often take place, and the wonderful people that I got to help, interact with, and be watched by along the way. Put yourself in my shoes for a moment and think, would you want to give up a channel you've dedicated thousands of hours to? Or would you rather try and rebrand it and hope to salvage what's left? It's honestly not that hard of a decision to make, despite knowing you're gonna ruffle some feathers. The truth is, YouTube has and probably always will be one of the greatest creative outlets for me. And while I'm not yet ready to commit to any type of upload schedule again just yet, I do at least want to reset the bar for what's expected here on the channel. Sure, it might be a bunch of random videos of random games and at random intervals, and maybe that's all it'll ever be. But what I have planned for the channel is definitely more than that. For now, I'm rebranding into Crowned Gaming, but I'll still always be the same, if not better, me. I'm also streaming more now than I ever have, so feel free to join me live sometime at ttv/CrownedGamingTV, where depending when you watch this, I plan to live stream my late initial reactions and thoughts on Wind Archer changes made during the Ignition update as I play my Wind Archer, of course, on reboot. Also guys, one final note for those who plan to stick around, I'm also thinking of uploading some more down-to-earth content where I talk about random things like how much money I've made making MapleStory content and crazy stories that have happened to me while playing MapleStory, etc, etc. It doesn't have to stop at MapleStory, it can be just random things of these types of natures in general. So I'm not too sure if this is a for certain thing yet, but I've definitely been wanting to make real content like that for a long time now, especially since we're all a little bit older now and it could be, you know, interesting to talk about, right? Because it's kind of the back end stuff. So we'll see how things play out in that regard. But that's going to be it for now, guys. I hope I haven't disappointed too many of you over the years, and more importantly, I hope to make a lot more of you guys proud moving forward. And with that being said, guys, this is SorrowfulMemory, the MapleStory veteran, signing out.